Hi everyone, I am Margourtarotreader, and today we are doing the X's for the sign of Cancer for the month of September 2017. We will do the married with or coupled up or in the singles, okay? Remember, this may not resonate for some of you, so check out your sun, moon, and risings. Thank you to all my clients for your business. I appreciate, you know that I'm here to help you in the best way possible that I can with my predictions. Also, thank you to my subscribers, my likes and comments and shares. If you like a personal reading, please contact me below and I will reach out to you, or email me at margourtarotreader@gmail.com or Facebook Margourtarotreader. Thank you to all my donations. Every dollar goes a long way for me. It keeps me to continue the channel. If you like to donate or even book a reading or any spells, go through paypal.me/Margourtarotreader. Okay? The sales for September is continue, but it will be $33.33 if you like an emergency reading. Add $15 to your reading and I'll be more than happy to help you. The emergency reading are within 24 hours. The regular readings are scheduled within 3 to 5 days. Okay, Arcanos, show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know for the signs of Cancer. In reference to their ex, we'll start with the males. Okay, for the males that are married or coupled up, we have the Tower. Now, again, I'm sensing a lot for all the signs, including for my personal clients. I'm seeing the death and the death and the Towers for a lot of us. So that means that the majority of us are going to have a new aspects of life, mentally, physically, or socially, or spiritually. We're having some tremendous changes. Some of us been married for quite some time, maybe 10 to 20, even 30 years, and out of nowhere we're getting divorced. It's because we're having a new cycle. You know, it's a universal change. It affects the earth, it affects the animals, and it affects us also. Okay, so one way or the other, we're getting some changes done, so be aware of that situation. Now, to manifest better outcomes, better energies, you can have a spiritual cleaning, or you can just simply talk to the universe. Okay, sometimes we need a little bit more work than that, but just keep that in mind, because some of us, you know, like me, for example, you know, we had the storm here in Texas, and I got a little bit affected by it, but not tremendously as my neighbors and so far. But you know what? We have to remain positive. We have to remain with a positive energy so we can overflow the positive energy, okay? And so even though some things may come to our lives and be out of nowhere surprising and hurting and whatnot, remember that it will be a shortcoming, and then after that it will be the overflow of the good energy. But you have to also keep that within mind, within level, okay? Just always thank the universe for everything that is going on in your life, including the bad one, so that it can let go of those energies. Okay, just be thankful for it. Okay, give thanks for whatever it is that you also want to manifest in your life, and the universe will definitely hear you. Okay, what comes from your heart flows through your body and your energy. Okay, now this is for the male that are married or couple up Cancer for the month of September, and referring to their ex. Well, for some of you, you are in a male-male relationship, and it's telling me that yes, you will hear back from them, but be careful, because acting like a fool could be, in this sense, it tells me that you're acting a little bit immature, not wanting to be serious with the returns or their return, or vice versa. It is a general reading, so it could be your energy or their energy. Okay, so one of you is acting immature in reference to this return, and therefore it will cause a breakup again. Okay, kind of show me what must I need to know. Overall, it's a yes energy for most of you. Overall, it's a yes energy. The Tower, it's telling me that you in the past had a tremendous breakup. You know, you even lived together and you broke up. It's telling me, okay? But right now you're in a relationship, so you don't want to risk the relationship that you're in, for some of you. Okay, for some of you, yes, you are hearing back from that person. For those male Cancers that are living or married, you're going to hear back. You could either be you know, your ex could be it gives me two signs. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpion, or it could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius women. There's two women here that is combative here. Maybe the return of the ex will will just build a conflict between you and your spouse, and also between the other party. I definitely see communication happening, but this communication will overlap and have a distance again, okay, for some of you. For some of you, you'll be very happy to hear that you're going to reconnect with the ex, or they will reconnect with you. And, you know, you're going to celebrate the fact that you're going to reconnect with that person and even be intimate, it's telling me, okay? For some of you, absolutely, it's a good energy. You will, in a very short amount of time, we are in September 2nd, so some of you are going to see them within this week, actually, in reference to your ex. For some of you, no, the answer is no. They're very hesitant. They don't want to. They don't even want to hear anything about you, okay? And if you try to reach them, text them or email them or call them, they're going to be very, very mean to you. At least that's what I'm sensing. Or they will be mean to you, or you will be mean to them, okay? For some of you, you know, you are married. You are happy in your marriage, but you're still missing the other person, or the other person is still missing you, vice versa. And so you're struggling within your situation because you're missing the ex, and so you're feeling lonely at home within your marriage, okay? For some of you, I do not see this month of September having some type of communication, and if you do hear from them, it's telling me that you're going to be very upset about them not wanting to come back to you, okay? For those male that are married or single in reference to their ex, is telling me that for some of you, you will still hear messages from them, and you're hoping that maybe you can reunite and start something better and new with that person. It's the hope. So if you want to manifest those things, then start giving thanks to the universe about those things so they can happen, okay? So overall, for those males that are married or coupled up in reference to their ex, it's a good energy. Now, let's see the females that are married or coupled up. Cancers. Show me arcanas for those cancers that are married or coupled up in reference to their ex. What are the energies? For those females that are married or coupled up in reference to their ex, I feel that there's a no to that question for some of you. There's a no, because if they do come back, it's only going to be to give you problems. For some of you, you're still lonely and missing them quite well, is telling me, okay? For some of you, the universe took charge in reference to this relationship to break it up, it's telling me, because either you're meant to be with your spouse. For some of you, you're just meant to be with your spouse, not with that other person that you're missing, okay? Kind of show me what must I need to know for the females of Cancer, married or living with, in reference to their ex. What are the energies? Okay. Yes, you will hear from them. Yes, you're going to hear from them. There were at first, or you were thinking whether or not you should, because you need to balance your relationship at home, is telling me. Or you had to, or they had to. So, but they're wanting to communicate with you. I feel that they even picked up the phone, tried to dial your number, or you did, and then you just hung up because you were afraid. Okay, is what I'm sensing for some of you. For some of you, yes, it's like you both love each other tremendously, but there was so much burden, so much things said to each other that you don't know whether or not to communicate with them. You're waking up at night, you can't sleep thinking about them, is telling me, for those females that are married, coupled up, Cancers. But I feel that the 10 of Cups is telling me, you know, it's been 10 weeks, 10 months, you know, even 10 years for some of you, it's telling me here, okay? But I feel that eventually, before the month is over, you will have some type of communication, or you will try to make any attempt, or they will. I feel like you will. For some of you, working on this marriage that you have is become a burden to you, because you can't bear the pain of being away from the other person. And I feel that for some of you, you've been married quite some time for this, you know, with your spouse, and so you can't let go of your spouse, even though you feel for somebody else. For some of you, it's telling me, for these females that are married, couple up, in reference to their ex, it's telling me that for some of you, yes, you're gonna hear from them, and you will definitely see them within a week to 15 days. Okay, what is this one out there? Okay, for some of you, you're going to be in a combative mood, in a jealousy mood, in reference to that either you're going to find something through someone, or someone is going to tell you something about them, or someone's going to tell them something about you, and you're going to feel like, you know, why go back when they're out there, you know, still doing the same shit? In other words, messing around with other people. Okay? For some of you, you're just too hurt. Even though you're stable within your marriage, within your home, within your relationship, you know, that ex just gave you a lot of drama and a lot of bullshit. It's telling me here for those Cancers, females that are married or living with reference to their ex. It's telling me that for some of you, even if the ex come back, you are not going to let go of your spouse. It's telling me because it's convenient not to. Okay, for some of you, you've been holding out, you've been waiting, you know, I mean, they lift your heart, body, soul, and mind. But now that they're gone, you're like, what do I do? How do I contact them? Okay, I feel if that's one of the questions for some of you, I feel that you can go through the Facebook and see how their life is first before you try to contact them. Okay. So yes, for some of you, you know what, you're working hard on your marriage, but there's a woman in there involved in all of this character. Maybe you are in a woman relationship, but the woman is either Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It's another person like you. It also can tell me that you have to find a way to deal with the situation that you have at home first before you try to contact your ex. Is telling me, okay? Be cautious in order to contact the ex. For some of you, is what I'm sensing. Okay. So now we are going to do the singles Cancers. Okay. Single Cancers. Arcana, show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know for single Cancer. Single Cancers. Arcana, show me what must I need to know for single Cancers. Show me what must I need to know for single Cancers. Single Cancers. Reference to the ex for September 2017. Reference to the ex. We'll do the males first. Ah, beautiful. Well, it's a beautiful thing here for some of you singles, male Cancers. I feel that it's a yes, it's a yes, it's a yes. Either way you look at it. It may happen very shortly soon, within a week and a half, or even at the end of the month. If not, absolutely between 3 months. Before the year is over, I can say for some of you. Okay? September brings a good omen to you, singles Cancers. Sorry if I said Scorpio. For some reason, there's a Scorpio involved in this dilemma for some of you. Okay, let's see. In reference to their singles, for some of you, you consider that the ex is your soulmate. So if I feel that that energy is, then yes, it will be for some of you. Okay, for some of you, your ex is your soulmate. Right now, you're going through a phase of change, especially with August and September, with the eclipse and everything that is fixing to also happen in September 23. So within that time, I feel that you will reconcile. For some of you, you'll be reconciling literally on September 23rd. Okay. And that's a good thing. Okay, Arcana, show me what must I need to know. Show me what must I need to know for the males, single Cancers, in reference to their ex. What are the energies, Arcanas? Yes, you'll be seeing that person very shortly for some of you males out there, okay? You're going to be seeing very shortly that person. For some of you, you are in a male-male relationship. It's telling me for some of you, you know, you are the Cancer person. And for some of you, your male partner, ex-partner, is a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, okay? Or it could just simply be the energy that your ex is more a person that's a well-to-know, be together, you know, complete. And he could also be in another relationship as of right now, okay? It's what I'm sensing. But I feel that yes, is in order for this situation. Now, remember that if you do see that ex, for some of you, in the month of September, be mindful that you have a lot to catch up on, and certain things you're going to be doubtful, but certain things you're willing to work. So just be mindful of that. That if you do love them, then go ahead, okay? If you're willing to put everything behind. Now, for some of you, for those male singles out there, I feel that yes, you will hear from them. They will come to you, or they will text you or email you or call you and tell you that they do feel for you, that they still love you, but for some reason they are in another relationship, okay? Okay, for some of you males out there, singles, definitely you're going to give a chance to someone else in the past. It's telling me they're coming and you're meeting halfway with each other. And I see intimate happening in this month of September for some of you. First, you're going to talk and decide whether or not you should give each other a chance, but I feel that you will. For some of you, I see a combative relationship from the past, and then it will continue further down the line. I feel that you're going to have some conversation to do, but I don't see the physical contact in September. For some of you, I see jealousy going on here. I see arguments going on here for some of you with the ex. I think that it was just too much drama in the past, and you're reconsidering it whether or not to communicate with them, or they're considering whether or not to communicate with you again, okay? And this is for the males that are single, for some of you, you are in love with the ex, and it's telling me that you're hoping that they reach out to you. For some of you, it's not going to happen. Some of you, they'll tell you that they're actually in love and moved on further down the line with somebody else. For some of you, males, single Cancers out there, I see a woman that is in your life or will be within your life. Either has been in your life for 7 weeks or will be in your life within 7 days, 7 weeks, even up to 7 months. Someone that you're going to feel true love connection with. It's a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpion. Okay. And now we're going to do the female singles. Female singles, Cancer for some months of September. In reference to the exes, female singles in reference to the exes, female single in reference to the exes, female single in reference to the exes. Cancer. For some of you, it's a no. For some of you, it's a no in reference to the ex. It's telling me here for those female singles, because that person has moved on and is with someone else. For some of you singles, female Cancers out there, you're waiting for them to break up with their spouse, is telling me. For some of you, you're going to hear the news that they are breaking up within this month. Okay? For some of you, you're going to hear that the ex is having a separation with their ex, with their partner. It's a separation that is going to take place in September, but the divorce or what have you will happen before the year is over for some of you, okay? In reference to that ex, or vice versa, you know. Okay, for those female single Cancer in reference to their ex, I will not take it. So some of you be careful, because you're gonna get an announcement that you are pregnant. I know that this is about the ex, but I'm floating with the energy. Okay, so be patient and bear. For some of you, you're gonna find out you're pregnant, so be careful. I feel that some of you will miscarriage or abort. Okay, I just have to say what I see here. And if you feel that you're that you're feeling a little bit depressed, it's telling me for some of you female Cancers out there, so get over that grab. I'm telling you now, get over that and lift yourself, okay? There's no need to be depressed about it, especially when it comes to another person. You gotta love yourself first, okay? Now, in reference to the ex. It's a no for some of you, okay? Especially because the Tower is there. It's a no for some of you, okay? And I think that it's, even though it's overwhelming and hurtful, it's okay, because at this time is the best thing for you, okay? It's saying take care of yourself first. I feel that you became an ex, you became single not too long ago, you know, probably, you know, 9 weeks ago or 9 months ago. It's a recent thing that you came out and you're fixing to have, you know, you're fixing to have someone's baby from your ex. Like it's telling me here for some of you. And yeah, so be careful with that. But yeah, I feel that you're very hurt in reference to the ex, and I don't feel that the communication is in order at this time, because it's going to be hurtful to you. For some of you, yes, the communication is coming because you or they have tried to work on it, and you are willing to give them another chance and start from the beginning. It's saying, okay, could be vice versa. Remember that. And this is for the females that are single. Now, for some of you, this person is coming in good sense, okay? For some of you, this person could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Cancer. It could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Now, remember that when this person comes, it's a slow pace. You've been waiting for this person for 9 days, 9 weeks, even 9 months. It could be more, it could be less. But either way, this person is coming. Took his time coming back to you, but when he does, he's gonna come in a proposal sense, okay? Some of you are fixing to see this person right some of you are fixing to see this person right now, like within a week, within 15 days, okay? They're either gonna message you, you're gonna have some sense of messaging, calling, whatever, but I see you seeing them or them seeing you, okay? Maybe you're not going to see them face to face. Maybe they're overlooking to see you. But I feel that some of you will actually literally see that ex. But just be careful, because they're coming only to be intimate with you, and then they're going to go back and leave you, okay? For some of you, females, Cancers, in reference to your ex, is telling me that, you know, they're still in love with you. They're still hurt by the fact that I feel that it was a betrayal going on in this situation. There was a third-party situation, either with 2 women or 2 men. And so therefore that's the distance right there. For some of you, you truly are in love with that person, and I definitely see a new start, a new relationship. You know, I feel that you're still in love with the ex and everything, but you're gonna have to let them go in order to start something new with someone else. It's telling me. For some of you, there's children involved in this picture, and there's just too much situation in this problem. Either they have children or you have children, and maybe, you know, they're married, it could be. And therefore you feel that it's just going to be too much of a hassle to go back with the ex, is telling me, okay? For some of you, you're waiting to hear about a separation or a divorce for some of you. We ended on a good note here for the female singles in reference to their ex. Is telling me that some of you, the ex is coming back and it wants to live with you, wants to make a family with you, or you want to make that with them. Okay, and I feel that yes, it will happen, but the Two of Swords is telling me that you're still uncertain. But I feel that you're going to overcome that also, okay? And I feel that if they come to be in a serious note with you, then so be it. You know, you give them a chance. You know, you got to tell them to show you what they feel. Now, I know we're going to do the mistresses, okay? It is what it is, because some of us, even the best of us, become to be a mistress at certain time, certain point, okay? So let's look at the mistresses. Mistresses, Cancers, in reference to their ex. This could be male or female, doesn't matter, it's general at this time. So for the mistresses, what do we see about the exes? Well, this was not supposed to be here, but I'll let it go, and I'll flip another one. Okay, there we go. Okay, for the months of September, reference to the mistresses, I don't see. I see this as a energy of a no answer. For some of you, if you're waiting to hear from them, it's not going to happen because there's just too many involved. Maybe you're going through a cycle of change, or they're going through a cycle of change universally, spiritually, mentally, or physically. For some of you are feeling very lonely in reference to the ex. You're missing them tremendously, and you're just not happy, or they're not happy without you, okay? But let's see what the minors after cards have to say. For some of you, you're going through a mental status right now, or they are a mental phase awakening, and so that is the distance right there too. And some of them are just completely hurt by the fact that they left you or you left them, okay? They are trying to reconcile, but I don't see any. Some of them are trying to reconcile with their spouse, or you are, and so therefore they don't see it moving forward for some of you. Okay, now this is for the mistresses. Mistresses, you could be married, you could be single, doesn't matter. This is for the mistresses. Okay, Cancer, September 2017, in reference to the ex. Message of love, definitely you're going to hear from them. They're going to tell you that they still care for you, that they still love you, and that they're apologizing for the betrayals. I feel that they want to, but they're still afraid to do so, okay? Or you want to. I feel that some of you have to decide whether or not to stay within a marriage in order to go back to a third-party situation. This third-party situation is causing too much drama within the home, and they're trying to keep the peace. Either vice versa, it's telling me here. Okay, some of you are absolutely seeing them, and you're wanting to have a new, fresh start because you truly love them, you know. For some of you, you're going to put everything behind, including the hurt, the pain, and the discomfort, the betrayal for some of you, okay? For some of you, you cannot go back to this third-party situation because you do have children, and also because maybe there was a two third-party situation. You're married, they're married, you're betraying, but one of you has another third-party relationship, meaning, let's say, for example, you're married and you're seeing someone outside your home, but you're also seeing someone else outside your home. So you're seeing two other people outside your home. Okay, that's not a good thing, because then you're building karma to yourself. You got to realize what it is you're missing within your marriage, or within yourself, most of all, you know, before you go and do what you need to do. For some of you, you're very hurt that they left you out of nowhere. It's like they left you for some time, came back, were intimate, and left you again. And now you're stuck and you're being miserable, even at home, because of what the other third party did, or vice versa. Okay, for some of you, you've been holding out, waiting for them 2, 4, 5, even 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months for that person to communicate. If they do come back and communicate, it's telling me that you're not going to be too happy about the information, even though you or they will try to say, look, we can do this, we can manage this, okay? For some of you, you're still married, you know, you're in a third party situation, the ex is coming back, but you're going to argue first, or you're going to say, you know, you're too jealous, or I'm too jealous. Or I see conflict at the end of the month for some of you. Yes, you will hear from them. Yes, you'll be intimate, but I see conflict. For some of you, being in a third-party situation is what you feel that it was missing within your relationship, is telling me, okay? And now you have to decide whether or not to accept the ex, or whether or not to continue and start something new with someone different, okay? It is what it is. So I feel that for some of you, you have too much baggage in reference to the past. You feel that every man that comes in your life betrays you, or every woman that comes in your life betrays you, backstabs you, you know, that you feel that you can't trust this person. Some of you are going to decide to take a time off, either because some of you are telling me they're physically, you know, ill at this time, or will be ill at this time, you know, so you're putting everything behind, even though they will try to contact you, is telling me, okay? For some of you, absolutely, you will see this person 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in 7 days, 7 hours, 7 days, 7 weeks. I always expand it, because I know how it is when you do a reading, when you get a reading. If I give you exact timing, you're waiting, clicking every second. So then what you do with the universe and the energy is you overflap it and it goes elsewhere. Okay, so keep that in mind. But that's why I extend the timing of time frames when you see or hear or whatever with the person. So I'm giving 777s. Okay, 7 days, 7 hours, 7 weeks, even up to 7 months. Because when it comes, it's there. You're not expecting it right there and then. Okay, because then what it does is it extends the energy, and it will not come to you. If I give you a 24 hours expansion and then you're sitting there waiting, the universe is going to prolong the situation because you're too anxious. So anyways, in reference to the mistresses for the Cancers in September 2017, it's telling me that yes, you will definitely see and hear about your ex, okay, or vice versa, okay? So I hope that this was helpful to you, and if you like a personal consultation, contact me below, and I'll be more than happy, or email me, Margourtarotreader@gmail.com. Thank you.